Right, hey, it's Space. Welcome to another YouTube video. Playing some video games today. Today, of course, we're playing some NBA 2K21, playing some MyTeam, and today an MT making vid. Me at currently over 2 million MT, and of course, no money spent. The only way we play the game, and got there with a mix of playing the game and working the auction house a little. Yeah, playing the game, shared with you last weekend that I finished up all 3 dominations, and if you're playing in no money spent, I would strongly encourage you to work through that domination grind. We do it every year, and this year, no regrets, putting in the time to knock out the games to get the rewards. Because the rewards, while not amazing, were solid. And earn enough tokens to put me into that diamond tier of player token reward cards. So far, I have redeemed Willis Reed and Billy Cunningham, and I'm right now in a position to continue to save tokens and be ready for that next player token market update. Something 2K committed to updating and changing throughout the season. We'll see if they deliver on that. Triple Threat Offline, currently at 160 wins. Not gonna lie, this is the absolute worst game mode I have ever played in the history of my team. Even worse than Pack and Playoffs. Yeah, it's so bad it's got us wondering who at 2K tested this game mode and signed off on it. It's terrible. And what really stinks is that they remove field goal and 3-point percentage MT bonuses for playing the game. Not that the 3-point percentage would amount to much, as bad as shooting is. And MT earned after playing a game barely covers contract costs. So you're gonna be stuck in neutral, even if you're running budget cards, or driving in reverse if you're trying to make MT, and running higher tier cards, say like, for example, Evo Ruby cards from Domination that you're trying to farm stats for. Yeah, and vault rewards, they're weak. Yeah, and the odds to open the vault are awful. Yeah, really out here earning a token or 500 MT after 5 or 10 games played. 2K, that's not good. And to actually get the Diamond Player reward card that's hidden in the vault, me at 160 wins, as mentioned before, and have yet to find a Diamond Player reward card. Kind of bummed too, because I really wanted that Diamond Brian Winters. So where does that leave us playing the MyTeam game mode this season? Limited every weekend's been fun. 2K just needs to remember to keep lineup restrictions that make lineup creation balanced and not turn it into a second unlimited game mode like they did last weekend. And Triple Threat Online has been just okay if you can put up with the paint campers. What's got us are the weak rewards. Definitely made the game mode less appealing, so we're finding ourselves playing it less. These new tiered reward boards that are supposed to be so transparent with the promise of packs and Diamond Player reward cards, yeah, good luck getting any of them. Party Pete with over 120 TTO wins and has seen a Diamond Player reward card just once. And with a 5-drop reward board, all we can say is good luck hitting that corner spot to get it. But thank goodness there's still sniping. Still the best MyTeam game mode. Yeah, sniping and flipping cards, like we showed you, at over 2 million MT. Gonna walk you through the process and how we got there. Definitely did not do it overnight, but we didn't get there sitting on the auction house all day, every day. And if I had the time to do that, I'd probably be at over 20 million MT. It'd be a fun challenge to take on. Take a month off of work and really put on a full court press on the 2K auction house. No, instead, get yourself started with a solid budget squad. Look at current team cards and their duo boosts. Also definitely have to keep your contract costs down playing the game, and there are some quality duos. I still like the Embiid-Simmons duo. This duo now you can find easily both cards for under 5,000 MT, and the Kemba Tatum duo isn't terrible. And me, I like the Kobe White-Zach LaVine duo for grinding the House of Pain known as Triple Threat Offline, and Emerald Token Reward card Bobby Jackson, still a solid choice for grinding those awful Triple Threat Offline games. Now, also making the budget squad this weekend, played some limited and found myself getting this new Evo Damon Stoudemire. Yeah, this card with a little hustle can be evolved into a diamond. A nice pickup for the no money spent crowd. Also still like Ruby current team Paul George. This card's still making my budget squad. You can find this card in auction for around 4,000 to 5,000 MT. And the card I found was equipped with a Hall of Fame flexible release badge. That was a dub. And then always keeping an eye on every new collection that is released. Lower tier cards in these collections are fantastic pickups for budget squads. One, because they're not terribly expensive, especially on the first weekend of their release. Take, for example, this new Ruby Scal. Could easily find this card on Friday for around 1,500 MT. Now, favorites that I keep around to run on my budget squad, love a couple of lockdown defenders in Ruby Tony Allen and Andre Iguodala. This weekend can find both of these cards for around 4,000 to 5,000 MT, as well as a Ruby Bill Walton. I'm going to talk more about these low tier cards from collections to snipe and flip to make MT, to play MyTeam No Money Spent. Now, also really like these low tier cards in these collections because they are already equipped with some top tier gold badges. Take, for example, that Tony Allen and Andre Iguodala both come equipped with gold clamps, and Iggy comes equipped with a total of 20 gold badges. Yeah, to put that many gold badges on a current team card would be ridiculously expensive. And if your plan is to run through domination and to 3-star your games, I would definitely recommend spending the 10,000 MT and getting a Ruby Gus. This card's still a glitch with that 96 rated speed with ball. Makes it pretty easy to blast past the CPU God tier D. So playing the game with your budget squad and then working the auction house in between games, it's all about making it your goal to take advantage of having 50 items up at all times. You have an inventory to flip, and to do that, it takes some time to get to know the market. You got to learn the value of low tier cards, collectibles, and consumables. So that means spending some time in the auction house and watching what cards are selling for. Follow guys guys like this Flow Key, make sure you check out his Twitter. This community member putting a lot of effort into his thumbnails. That'll definitely help you get your head around the market, especially digging his diamond 3-point shoe thumbs. These he updates weekly and usually puts out updates on Monday. There'll be a link to his Twitter account in the video description below. Make sure you give him a follow. And sniping and flipping diamond shoes, still this season, a great way to make MT. And diamond shoes, pretty low risk flips. The boost adding value to cards throughout the season. So as player cards will lose value as newer and better cards are released, diamond shoe values often go up throughout the year. So don't be afraid to stock up and stash some of these away. And definitely following MyTeam for locker codes. A great day to stock up on diamond shoes is when codes are dropped that give away free diamond consumables. Oh, and Fridays are good too with the weekly wheel spin rewards. However, for some reason, my wheel spins to start off the season have not been good. Like I said, then spend some time learning the value of low tier player cards. Using spreadsheets can help. Talk about that in vids. Yeah, tracking their pricing, watching how many of that card are up, and then what are the cheapest buy nows. And then learning market pricing. To do that, watch the time remaining on cards, and then look at the newest cards posted. Yeah, with the cheapest buy nows. Market price is somewhere in between. That is going to be key to work in the auction house, to be getting the most out of your flips. And then setting up some good filters to target these cards. Gonna set you up with some filters today. Gonna do a quick run through of some non-current team Sapphire and Ruby cards in auction. These cards, you definitely want to get familiar with them. Then start to target them in between your games of domination and triple threat. Now the themes that I'm looking at here right out of the gate to start off the season are the cards in the clutch collection, the tip-off East and West, the stoppers, and the back-to-back. Now the dimer sets, I don't look at these a ton, and the Idols VIP, well, we'll talk about those for another vid. Now why just specifically these collections? The clutch, the tip-off East and West, and the stoppers, and the back-to-back, each collection have Sapphire and Ruby cards in them that have decent value. Now how to target them? I'm gonna do a quick walkthrough, and then how I'm setting up snipe filters to target them. From the clutch collection, there are 3 Sapphires in this collection, Trevor Ariza, Robert Ory, and Kawhi Leonard, and there are 3 Ruby cards, Tony Kukoc, Richard Hamilton, and Ray Allen. Tip-off West, there's 3 Sapphires and 3 Rubies. Sapphires are Wally Zerbiak, Jamal Wilkes, and Mohamed Abdul-Rauf, and the Rubies, it's Zach Randolph, Mike Bibby, and Gus Williams. Tip-off East, the Sapphires are Vlade, Jeff Teague, and Mo Cheeks, and then the Rubies are Bill Lambier, Rashard Lewis, and Rick Smits. Back-to-back and the stoppers do not have Sapphires in these collections, just a couple of Rubies in each. And like I said, I don't really target the dimers just because these cards do not have a lot of value, meaning like that Robert Reed and Doc Rivers, finding these cards usually selling for around 2,500 MT each. If I can find them for 1,500 MT or less, I'll definitely flip them. But to snipe Rubies at that 1,500 MT or less price point, it's pretty competitive. And what I'm doing is setting up filters to target these cards by raising my buy now price range, finding it a lot less competitive, and these flips still have good profit margin. From the clutch collection, targeting that Trevor Ariza, it sells for around 3,000 MT, Robert Ory for around 4, and Sapphire Kawhi Leonard from the clutch collection sells closer to 5. The Rubies in the clutch collection, Tony Kukoc will sell for around 5, Iggy for 6, and that clutch Ruby Ray Allen sells for 13 to 15K. Tip-off West, Mohamed Abdul-Rauf will sell for around 3, while the Zerbiak and Jamal Wilkes will sell for around 4 to 5,000 MT. The Rubies in the West, it's Zach Randolph. This is a 5 to 6K card. Mike Bibby will sell for around 9 to 12, and Ruby Gus will sell for around 11 to 13,000 MT. Tip-off East, the Sapphires, Vlade Divac is around a 25 to 3,000 MT card. Jeff Teague and Mo Cheeks will sell for around 3,500 to 4,000 MT, and the Rubies, Rick Smits and Bill Lambier will sell for around 6 to 7,000, and Rashard Lewis will sell for a little more. That's usually like an 8 to 9,000 MT card. Stoppers, Tony Allen is a 5K card. Bill Walton will sell for closer to 6, and the back-to-back Rubies, Iggy and Kenny Smith. Iggy will sell for around 6, Kenny for a little more. It's a 6 to 7K card. But then setting up my filters to target them. All I'm doing is setting my card color to either Ruby or Sapphire, and then adjusting my buy now price range. If I'm targeting just Sapphires, it's going to be lower, and then for my Ruby filter, I'm setting it a little higher. For Rubies, it's usually around 8 to 10,000 MT. And I'm just hopping around the different themes, and then scroll sniping. Again, looking at clutch, tip-off East and West, back-to-back, and stoppers. I'll spend maybe 5 to 10 minutes looking for snipes, and it's usually pretty easy to find a couple few snipes to flip, and really easy to find snipes on days when new content is released. Definitely spending more time sniping than playing the game. That's pretty much it. There are so many different ways to make MT. We talk about the different ways in our videos, and this season something new to pay attention to is that season XP grind. Watching for the different challenges that require specific player cards, most recently specific coaches. Yeah, this will definitely drive up the price of cards for those on that season XP grind. Or events like this weekend's limited tournament. This definitely had an effect on current gold team cards, especially the ones that had dynamic duos. So put this intel to work in the auction house. Remember, making MT, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Take some time, be patient, but keep at it. Taking advantage of having 50 items up at all times, you will find that these small profits will add up quickly to a large profit. Now, that's all we got for you today. Likes greatly appreciated, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Only the best tips and tricks on how to run my team every season. No money spent. Spent. For Party Pete, this is Space. We're out.